Welcome to the Rugby Obsession Deep Dive. Great to have you with us. If you're keen to get right into the latest from the Springbok camp, well, you're definitely in the right place today.
Absolutely. It's always interesting to get a peek behind the curtain, isn't it?
Yeah, totally. So today we're unpacking a Rugby 365 article, the one titled Erasmus. They are all very talented players. We want to get a real feel for where the team's at, as they start building towards a pretty massive international season.
It's a good source for that. It gives us more than just, like, the basic news. You get insights into the coaching thinking, how they're mixing the old guard with new faces.
And if you love getting that kind of inside scoop on rugby, definitely subscribe to Rugby Obsession. You won't want to miss out. Okay, so the article talks a lot about their second alignment camp, the one in Cape Town.
Yeah, that just wrapped up on Friday, May 23rd.
Right. What stood out to you about how they ran this camp?
Well, what seemed quite deliberate was making sure everyone felt included, even the guys based overseas.
How did they manage that?
They had the face-to-face boardroom sessions for the local guys, but the overseas players, they joined virtually for those parts.
Ah, okay. Smart. Keeping everyone on the same page strategically.
Exactly. Plus, there were optional gym sessions, too. So it was kind of a mix of mental and physical prep. Holistic, you might say.
And they mentioned using something called Outfox virtual training. What's that about?
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty forward-thinking tech approach. Using virtual tools like that lets them start drilling the new tactics, the new structures, even before everyone's physically together.
So players can sort of get familiar with things beforehand.
Precisely. It potentially speeds up the whole learning process once they hit the June training camp, maximizing that prep time.
Makes sense. And Rassie Erasmus, he sounds really positive in the article.
Yeah, genuinely upbeat, especially about the season kicking off soon.
Starting with that Barbarians match in Cape Town. That's a first for SA, isn't it?
It is a historic game, really. That must be injecting a lot of energy into the whole setup.
Yeah. He talks about an electric vibe among the players and coaches.
You can picture it, can't you? That kind of shared enthusiasm, it's powerful. A real driving force.
He's quoted saying he was pleased with what transpired at the first and second alignment camps and feels like they're on the right track. What does that tell us, you think, at this stage?
Well, it's early days, obviously, but hearing that from the coach suggests the initial groundwork, the planning, it's going how they wanted. Feeling on the right track implies those core camp goals, like strategic alignment, getting players integrated.
Yeah.
They're hitting those marks.
Right. But the real test is still to come, naturally.
Oh, absolutely. The intensity of international rugby is where it all gets proven.
The article also digs into the coaching staff's focus on evolving their structures.
Yeah, constantly tweaking and improving.
And it sounds like the players are actually responding well to the adaptations and changes.
That's crucial. Because in top-level sport, you just can't stand still, can you?
No way. Other teams are always analyzing, looking for weaknesses.
Exactly. So for the boys to stay at the top, they have to keep adapting, keep innovating.
And the players buying in is key, right? A new tactic only works if they understand it and, well, believe in it.
Couldn't agree more. That positive response is probably just as important as the change itself.
Now, something really exciting highlighted in the piece was the new players involved.
Ah, yes. Vincent Chituka, Ndukozo Makaza.
And Warno Augustus, though he joined virtually from England.
Right. It shows they're looking ahead, isn't it? Broadening the talent pool.
Erasmus seems really keen on them. What was his take?
He basically said they're all very talented, obviously, but also how proud they were just to be there. Rubbing shoulders with the experienced guys, learning from them, from the coaches.
That sounds like a huge opportunity for their careers.
Immense. And it's fascinating, that mix of acknowledging the established stars while actively scouting for the future. It suggests they want fresh energy, maybe some new options.
Yeah. If you're enjoying this sort of inside look at the Springbok prep, folks, do make sure you subscribe to Rugby Obsession. We bring you insights like this regularly.
Definitely worth doing.
So, Rassie mentioned the new guys were proud to rub shoulders with the veterans. That sounds like a good integration process.
Yeah, absolutely. Creating that kind of environment where experience is shared, where newcomers feel welcomed but also challenged, that's vital.
Builds team culture.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And ensures you've got talent coming through.
Yeah.
Plus, the enthusiasm of the new guys, it could be infectious, might even give the older heads a bit of a boost.
Fair point. So looking ahead now, Erasmus is going to name his squad for the June camp pretty soon.
Yeah, in the coming weeks, the article says.
And then, wow, the schedule gets intense Barbarians match, the incoming series.
Then the Rugby Championship and the end-of-year tour, it's packed.
It really is. What are you expecting to see as they move into that next phase, the June camp?
Well, I think the focus will shift more towards fine-tuning the game plans, building actual match fitness. That camp will be crucial for locking down combinations, making sure everyone's crystal clear on the tactics.
And the Babos game. A chance to test things out.
A valuable one, yeah. Even if it's a bit less formal, it's still a live game situation. Perfect for seeing how those evolving structures actually work under pressure.
It's definitely going to be a fascinating few months. Hey, for everyone listening, what are your thoughts? Especially on these new players getting a look in. Any predictions for the Boks this season? We genuinely love to hear your opinions in the comments.
Yeah, absolutely. Your perspectives always add to the conversation.
Well, I think that just about wraps up this rugby obsession deep dive. We've explored the latest from the Springbok alignment camp, drawing on Rassie's comments from that Rugby 365 piece.
Yeah, we've touched on the positive vibe in the camp, the strategic focus on evolving their game,
Yeah.
that buzz around the new talent being brought in.
Right. Hopefully it's given you a good, clear picture of where the Springboks are heading as they gear up for what looks like a really thrilling international season. What aspects are you personally most looking forward to seeing unfold?
For me, it's seeing how those adaptations, those evolving structures we talked about, actually translate onto the field against tough opposition. That's always the ultimate test.
True. Okay, well, thank you so much for listening to the Rugby Obsession Deep Dive. We really look forward to you joining us for our next episode. And please don't forget to subscribe to Rugby Obsession. That way you won't miss out on any of our in-depth rugby analysis.